Hey everyone, welcome back to another Painting with Jay. As always, my name is Jay. So grab a brush, grab some models, grab some paints, and paint along with me. Let's rid our world of unpainted models, shall we? Yes. As always, a huge shout out to Cody, Rue, and Adam. You missed a spot. Today, my cat really wants to be fed. That happens. But it's not his dinner time. That's a different story. And today I'm just going to work on a psychophage while talking a little bit about my Adepticon 2024 experience. I had a great time. Just want to talk about everything I got up to. So let's get up to there. Get some models painted. Yes. Hey everyone, welcome back. Painting with Jay. Yes. Let's get started. Today, as I mentioned, I'm painting this psychophage. Psycho-curler. Psychophage. Yep, so I'm painting the psychophage today. It's not going to take that much time. I'm going to have some fun. So I'm going to start off with some very, very thinned down. Oh yeah, that's very thinned down. Okay. Some very thinned down Blood Angels Red to like pink. Blood Angels Pink, I'm going to say. And then I'm just going to dry brush later some, the white back onto it to create a bit of a gradient, just like I did with my Van Ryan's Reapers. And yeah, cool. That's easy stuff. And then I'll use some redder, some less thin down red to do the deeper parts of the mouth. And we'll go from there. So today I'm just going to paint. Talk about, of course, my Adepticon 2024 experience. I'm not going to wait another year to talk about it, or not, it wasn't a year, but it was like 6 months last time. So I just got back into making videos again. So, yeah, let's talk about Adepticon 2024. It was fun. It was fun. It was a good time. I got to see some people, like Mikey, and Austin, and some viewers, and my friend Ken from Badger. It was really fun. Good times. Let's talk about it. So, let's start from the beginning. I took a risk this year, and I talked about that in one of my videos, that I took the risk and I booked flights very close together. Very close together. And in the end, it worked out. It worked out. So I got there early, as always, like 2 hours before my flight. Got through security, whatever. My flight left, and I was tracking it, several days in advance. And of course, due to a really nice tailwind, we got there super early. So my hour and 35-minute layover actually became almost just over 2-hour layover, which was great. I actually liked that. Plenty of time so that I could easily get to where I needed to go, get through security, make sure, I got to my flight in time. And that was good. I did. I got to chill in the lounge for a bit. So that was good. And then my second flight left and got there early as well, which is awesome. So overall, good experience there. Yeah. So I got to Chicago slightly early. Of course, my baggage got there with me, which is always a good thing. I was really hoping it would. And so, yeah, I Ubered to the hotel, got set up, awesome sauce. I decided to get some groceries this year, but I Uber Eated the groceries because I couldn't walk to the nearest grocery store was several miles away from the hotel. So actually this could have been blue. I might kind of like it red. That's okay. I like it red. Could have been blue, I guess. This could have been armored, I guess. Maybe I don't know yet. I'll just keep painting red for now. I'm gonna keep it like that. I think I like it better like that, red. So I Uber Eated some groceries, and that way I could just buy some bottles of water, or some snacks and stuff, so it saved me a little bit of money. For those of you who've been to a Adepticon or just a convention in general, the food is very expensive, right? So I figured, cool. I was going to Uber Eat a lot anyway, but I decided just to save myself some money where I could. Got some groceries, some water and stuff, which is good. And then I was going downstairs to meet my grocery Uber Eater, and I run into Chris Bello. from Way the Brush. All right, hi there, Chris here with another. That guy. That's my impression of Chris. Hi there. There we go. That looks awesome. So, it was great. I didn't know he was going to be there. He didn't know I was going to be there. And we were at the same hotel, same floor, of course, which was awesome. Only a few, rooms apart. So that was pretty cool. I did not expect him to be there. And so it was really nice catching up with him. We hung out. We went for dinner that night as well. Just caught up on things. We worked together for years. I stopped working for Miniwargaming 12 years ago. And that's when we stopped working together. He worked for Miniwargaming until, I don't know, 2 or 3 years ago, I think? Hard to know. Because all of a sudden, just, he stopped working for Miniwargaming. So we caught up. It was just really good. Good times catching up with Chris and seeing how he's doing, his channel's doing. And I gave him some ideas, actually, for some videos. We talked about computers, because he knows I'm probably getting a new computer in the near future. My computer is dying. It is not doing too well. No, not doing too well at all, but that's okay. So, look at this. This guy's going to come along. It's awesome. I'll let this dry. And then I said, I'm just going to do some light dry brushes, and that'll really bring the colors back to where I want them. And create a nice blend. That's awesome and easy. Easy and awesome. Awesome and easy. So it was really cool hanging out with him, catching up. We actually hung out a lot for the convention. It was just good. Just like always good catching up with his family and seeing how everything's going, Maybe I'll paint this piece too. This little... That could be blue. Maybe I'll paint that part blue, the underbelly. So, alright, let's paint some blue in the meantime, I guess, because we're going to need to paint some blue. I'll let the really thin down Blood Angels red / Blood Angels pink, dry. We'll go from there. I gotta get my cool glasses on as well for the eyes later. Yeah, I'll do that after. So, what else? It was cool. As I said, just catching up with him, hanging out. Did I play any games? Nope. I checked out some stuff. I said I really hung out a lot with the Death Ray Designs crew, because I always love catching up with them. I'm gonna paint the. I'm gonna grab some gray lighter for now. I'll start the smoke and the little body parts in the meantime. And it was just really good catching with them and seeing how they're doing and life's doing. I know they have their game, their expansion for their game coming out. It came out at Adepticon, which was awesome. I checked it out. I don't really hang out at the booth there much during the actual convention part, because I don't want to distract them. It's like small booths. You don't want to, people are there to buy stuff. I don't want to, take up the room. So I'd pop in and out every now and then. Sorry, I'm looking for my, just my little pin to clean up the, Okay. So yeah, I'm going to use some gray liner to start off with. We'll use some gray liner, get the base for the smoke, and then we'll go from there. Base for the smoke, and the little, I don't know what areas these are. These little things sticking out the body. But wow, a few things. Number one, it was stupidly busy this year. Stupidly busy. Like, most of us felt that it was busier on the Thursday. Now, again, Adepticon is busy on Thursdays, busy on Fridays, stupidly busy on Saturdays every year, right? The point where, like, on Friday nights, people just stop moving their vehicles, because if you move your vehicle, you're not getting a new parking spot. That thing happened this year on Thursdays. So on the Thursday, people were already parking their cars and not moving them. I heard of like vendors Ubering home so that they could keep their parking spots. It was nuts. And I actually witnessed a guy like throwing a temper tantrum that he couldn't get a parking spot, and he was actually staying at that hotel. And I think it was in his friend's room, with his friend or something, but he couldn't get a parking spot originally, or had to like drive around for like an hour to get a parking spot. And it was that busy on the Thursday, which meant, of course, that the Fridays and Saturdays were even crazier. And that's what it was. It was like definitely the busiest it's ever felt. You know? And it's very awesome to see, of course, that the game continues, you know, our niches continue to grow, and the hobby continues to grow, and it gets so much support from the community. That's awesome. But it's also became very apparent that this hotel cannot sustain this convention really any longer, right? Like, there was such a long agreement in place, and I don't know how long is left on the agreement. It's between 0 and 2 more years, depending on who you ask. And it's just really, really apparent that it's grown, and it's grown, and it's grown, and now it has outgrown the convention hall. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Like this, it cannot support it. People were parking at the hotel I was at, which was the Hyatt, and the Regency, which was, and then there was a shuttle, and just taking the shuttle because it could not, because they could not get they knew they weren't going to get a parking spot, right? And so it was just so busy from day one, which was, as I said, awesome to see, but it was just not, it's not sustainable. It isn't. And it's just, I've been going to Adepticon since it was at its old convention hall. I think since 2011 or 2012 I've been going. And it's just the craziest I've ever seen it. And again, they need to move to a new hall, which then begs the question, where do you go? Right? If you move halls, move places, number one, you have to have a place that's big enough for today, but also a place big enough for like 5 years from now. And it's been basically experiencing like exponential growth. Despite the fact people are saying they're leaving the hobby, I think they might be just leaving Games Workshop products. I know some of the people I was talking to have left, 40K and gotten into other games, which is cool. So no matter what, you're still into miniature wargaming. But some people left miniature wargaming altogether. But yeah. But sorry, what we need to support, we need to be sustainable for the next several years, because with conventions like this, they usually don't go for a 1-year contract, right? They go for a 5-year or 10-year contract. So there has to be a big enough place in the Illinois area, and I'm going to say area because it might not be in Illinois going forward. I was hearing rumblings, completely unfounded ones, but I've heard that there's just not enough space anywhere in Illinois, or there wasn't a convention hall in the Illinois area that met all the parameters that they needed. Like, there were halls that were big enough, but they didn't have such enough tiny rooms. Remember, because this convention needs like not hundreds, but you know what I mean, dozens and dozens and dozens of tiny rooms, because for the lectures and the painting tutorials with people, and they couldn't get that. So I don't know, we'll see. But I've heard rumblings that Adepticon might be leaving the Chicago area, which is unfortunate, because I really like the Chicago area. I like the pizza. But we'll see. We'll see what happens in the future. They'll announce it eventually, if they're staying or going. Each year they announce shortly afterwards the next year's dates and the location, of course, and all that stuff. It's been the Renaissance Schaumburg in Schaumburg, Illinois, for the last so many years, like 10. And there was a promise of a parking garage. Like the Renaissance Schaumburg actually was going to build a parking garage to respond to the demand of the needed parking for Adepticon, but they couldn't do that, unfortunately, due to COVID. Really put a kibosh on that. So no parking for Adepticon. So we'll see. As I said, I'm very curious. For all we know, maybe Maybe we'll be staying there, maybe not. Will I be going if it's in, I don't know. I don't think I'll be going Indianapolis. But, like, where could they go? Like, Milwaukee? I don't know. If they go to Milwaukee, I'd probably go. It's a little annoying, though. I don't think it's any direct flights. It'd be like 2 layovers to go to Milwaukee. I'd have to fly through Chicago to go to Milwaukee. Milwaukee's an hour north by driving. I don't know. I said, I'll wait till they announce it. And we'll go from there. Maybe they still, for all I know, they have a couple more years left on the contract. So, but it's just very apparent that Adepticon has outgrown the Renaissance Schaumburg Convention Center. So, and like, again, they filled the Hyatt Regency was filled basically with air capacity. The parking lot was busy there. People were always coming and going. Like, it was a great success. As I said, it's a good problem to have. It shows that they're doing a great job and that they're being successful, right? A growing convention is awesome. It's just, what do you do with a growing convention when it outgrows its carrying capacity of the hall? So, like this year, most of the smaller games were at the Hyatt Regency, not the Renaissance Schaumburg. And despite that, they were still, packed. So, as I said, we're gonna see. I'm curious what the future will hold in store for Adepticon. But it was a great time. Also, I heard that from some of the painters who taught painting classes that a lot of painting people ended up backing out because they couldn't get, due to the such high number of people wanting to give lessons, not enough rooms available, that people could not get a lot of lesson available. They could only get like 1 or 2 lessons per instructor, and they didn't want to go there for that little amount. Whatever. I checked out the Golden Demon entries. I did think that the Golden Demon entry that won the Slayer's Sword deserved it. That little vampire with the and it was an awesome job with the with the mirrored image of a pond. That one threw me off. That was awesome. I saw that one, I'm like, wow, that honestly blew me away. So, when it won, I wasn't really surprised. I'm not a judge, obviously. I'm not that kind of level of painter. Obviously, I'm painting a Psychophage to a tabletop standard as we speak. But it was just really easy to point out a model and being like, wow, that one blows me away. There was so much amazing work, which is cool. I don't know if I'd ever enter another... I've entered Golden Demon before. Not Golden Demon. Crystal Brush before. With a piece that I painted to a low showcase. And it got decent reviews on the thing, but I didn't even make it, right? Because it was such a tough category. I entered a pretty bad category. So, it was cool, but I took a lot of time to paint that miniature years and years ago. And I just, to be honest, I don't know if I have the time right now. Maybe once I'm done building my, maybe by the time I'm done painting up my armies, maybe I'll get back into, like, do a competition piece and slow down and really push my skills in the near future. But this year isn't about that. It's about finishing up all my pile of shame. And my pile of shame does not contain any Golden Demon level entries. So as I said, and plus, to be honest, it'd be cool. Like, it'd just be a cool way to challenge myself. I don't think I'd even qualify for, like an award, because the skill has jumped so insanely over the years. I could not keep up, to be honest. But that being said, we'll see. Maybe I'll real push myself and get some advice and watch a lot of stuff and just really push myself as a painter, which would be cool too. I just I don't have the time right now, but maybe I will for next year's, because this year my goal is to paint all my pile of shame. Right? That's my goal. Get it done. So that's still drying. That's still drying. That's still dry. Okay, I'm kind of out of work right now. Let's start basing. I've gotten to the point where it's just taking a long time to dry. I'll be able to dry brush soon for white. But yeah, the work was incredible this year. Just incredible. I was blown away at the quality of the Golden Demon entries, and as I said, like, they are just so good. And I know John, what's his name? John Nina's, I think his name is a full name. John Nina's, Ninjon won, and I'm happy for him. That was cool. His work was quite good. I didn't know. I don't. What I like is, other than like the chibi category, I used to be able to tell the chibi category. I can't tell people's work. I've lost track of, like, I can occasionally tell like Sam Lenz's work, but so it's just cool to see it. Like, oh, I remember looking at Ninjon's work and I was like, oh, that's really good stuff. You know, it was good. It was a good piece. But just yeah, everything in his category was amazing. So I definitely got to look at the Golden Demon entries. For those who asked, people did ask me ahead of time, was I going to film? No, I'm not filming. My vlog camera died years ago, and I'm not walking around with my giant camera that I'm filming this with. No. Chris Bello did vlog a lot, but he was always lugging it around. So maybe one day when I get a better camera that I can film some crazy detail, maybe I will in the future. But I used to film. I used to film all my vlogs, and in the end, when my channel started subsiding a little bit, it didn't justify it, because, to be honest, like, Chris, when he goes there, Chris was filming a bit, obviously, and schmoozing. I was there to have a fun time. I love this no pressure life that I'm having with my videos right now, and it was fun just to go and hang out with people and not have to worry about filming. Filming makes it worky, you know. And it's good to vlog sometimes your experiences, but you find yourself. I find myself sometimes like you guys, you've all been to concerts recently, right? I'm assuming you've all been to concerts recently. I hate it. I don't like it. If you'd like this, I'm sorry. It's okay. I'm not judging you, but I just don't like it. I don't like it when people spend an entire concert with the camera on in front of their face, and they're looking through the lens of their camera at a concert, versus experiencing it, singing along. And they never sing along because it'll typically ruin the audio, right? So, you know, like, I went and saw Chris Stapleton last summer. It was phenomenal, and I was in the front row of my section, and everyone around me was just like on their phones. Now, I filmed my wife in one of the videos, because I'd rather remember my memory of her reacting and loving his music than his music itself. Because again, like, you can go on YouTube and there's countless Chris Stapleton sings this song live, and I'm sorry, but like, the audio of your phone is not good, right? As a professional camera. So who cares? Like, and again, you're just doing it for yourself. And I know a lot of people are going to film it to put it on YouTube, see if they get some free views. Cool. But if I pay for an experience, I want to experience it. And I kind of have that mentality of like a concert, Adepticon. You know, I was there to have a great time and to experience Adepticon. And I find myself, when I'm vlogging, rather than focusing on enjoying Adepticon, I'm like, okay, I got to focus myself on my vlogs. And it's like, okay, I got to film here. I haven't filmed in 2 hours. What have I done? I'm filming here. I'm filming here. And then once again, you find yourself more focused to experience the event through the lens of the camera than through your eyes and through your brain and through your heart, I find. Which, for some people, it's awesome. Like, if you want to vlog, awesome, good job. But you know what I mean. Everyone who's vlogged before, you know what I mean. Like, you find yourself just more focused on the vlog itself. And then a lot of people who vlog always have to try to make their vlogs more interesting, kind of, you know what I mean? To make them more interesting and excitable. And so, as I said, now you're thinking of, oh, that's the guy's arm. I didn't even notice that till now. Okay, that's somebody's arm. I'll paint a Dark Angel Z later. There we go. So stone's done. That's still wet. The deep areas are wet. So I can't paint the smoke yet lately. But, so I was there to have fun. And again, like, Chris, and it was awesome. Like, he vlogged and filmed some content. Cool. A lot of people filmed the Golden Demon entries. Cool. It's just, if you're going to be getting views and having, like, justifying that, go do it. Have a great time. I was there to have fun. I was there to enjoy myself. I'm doing this for fun now. And I didn't want to just experience Adepticon through the lens of my camera. I actually just wanted to experience it randomly through my eyes. And that's why I had such a good time. I didn't need to film, 12 videos to justify myself. And really, like in our niche, I'm sorry, but like most people, they're not going to justify the cost of Adepticon through a couple videos. Some will. The bigger people, I guess, would. But you know what I mean. You know what I mean. So, I missed a spot there. I pulled an Adam. Adam, you missed a spot. But yeah. So it was really good. It was really good. What else? So the Golden Demon entries, they were awesome. I hung out at the Badger booth on Saturday, a bit of Friday, but Ken actually had a friend working there. So I was like, cool, I didn't want to bug them. I picked up an airbrush. I picked myself up another Patriot Extreme arrow, just because I'm kind of running my Patriot Extreme into the ground lately. So that's cool. I picked up a few cool things. Not a lot. I bought some paint pot holders from Death Ray Designs. Bought them to support them. I love them. Love the products. And that was cool. Bought those. And then I bought the Patriot Extreme. And I bought... what else did I buy? I'm trying to think out loud here. Oh yeah, and I bought a mat. A gaming mat from Mats by Mars. Because I really wanted I've been playing some 40k, obviously. And I really want a battle mat that's the correct size. You know? You know what I'm talking about. The correct size battle mat. So... yeah. So I should probably airbrush those first, and then clean up the. Yeah, that's that. So I'm gonna do a dry brush right now, and paint some of the whites, the white areas. Checked to the vendor hall, of course. One of my friends messaged me and was like, I was just talking to my friends saying, I ran up, caught up with Chris, and they're like, oh, you're at the convention. I said, yep, I'm at Adepticon. And they went, oh, can you pick me up this product? And so apparently it was going to sell out quickly. So I got to the vendor hall for open day one, and I got the model. It was I forgot it was called Miniwargamer. What was it called? Don't know the game. Sorry, I'm screwing up my... I had a pin. I dropped my bobby pin earlier that I've been using to... Where's my bobby pin? Oh, there we go. Found it. So, went to the vendors. I said I bought a gaming mat, an airbrush, and some paint pot holders, which are cool. I can't wait to assemble them and get them on my tabletop. Of course, I was flying home, right? I was flying home, so I couldn't really buy a lot, right? You're kind of limited when you're flying. I'd love to buy paints, some more primer. I'll have to order Stynylrez. I'm gonna run out of black Stynylrez soon. Yeah, I'll need black Stynylrez for my orcs when I'm on my orc painting challenge. So right now I'm just gonna take some of the white that I'm using to just quickly dry brush a couple layers to build back up the whites and to create a bit of a gradient. It's just an easy way of creating a nice little gradient to bring back the white. You know, as you see here, it's quick, helps blend the pink and the white areas, makes it look a little bit less clear cut. There we go. We'll do that a few times. I don't know if I'll be able to paint for the whole time for this video, only because there's going to be, like, I might be able to. We'll see. But that really cleans it up. I like that. I said it was awesome catching up with Ken. Just seeing, you know, how's his family doing, how's his work doing. Badger airbrushes, love his stuff. I was talking about the 60th anniversary of the company promotion that they're doing, which I'm not gonna ruin it. He'll announce it soon. What they're doing, it's pretty cool. I think it's gonna be popular. Popular. It's gonna be popular. I'm not saying any show tunes, I promise. That was just I got that in my head. I don't know why. I watched one video of that, and all of a sudden that's like the theme song of every video on Facebook or YouTube. Look at that. Look at it, just builds it right back easily. Builds the whites back. Creates a nice little blend. Love it. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy, right? Love it. But yeah, the highlight was just hanging out with people. It's the people. Like, I don't go for an event. I don't go for a lesson. I go for the people. Really, I do. The people make it. Like, I spotted Mikey from a mile away. And then I was in the lineup, though, day one. And so I couldn't go talk to him. And I spent like 2 days looking for him. I thought I missed him. And I ran into him eventually. Because he knew where to look. I was at the Badger booth, right? So it was really cool. It's again to catch up with Mikey. And to see how he's doing, right? It's just awesome stuff. I go for the people. And I'm actually more, you know, like my friend Chris, who was at the Death Ray Designs booth, I was really looking forward to just seeing him and catching up. And to me, I make it about the people. The games are fun. But to me, the games are the vector of the relationship. Like, I feel like we bond over gaming, but I really just want to catch up with my friends and hang out with them and have a good time. And that's really why Adepticon is kind of always a success for me in my head, because I got to catch up with my friends and hang out with them and have a great time. It's not about winning. It's not about painting. It's not about making the events. It's just kind of having a good time with some friends, and to me, that's what it works for me, right? It's not for everybody, but for me, that's what makes Adepticon just so freaking awesome each year, is that I get to go and hang out with my friends. Most of them are American, and we catch up and talk stuff. Look at this guy. I like him. What else? I Uber Eated a lot. I got an Uber Eats membership, or what it was called, the Uber One membership, and then it didn't work at all. And I tried to get assistance with it, didn't work. Didn't get any like free deliveries. I didn't get any bonuses, so I didn't have any problem canceling that membership trial when it was done, because I didn't get a single benefit. So I was like, nope. And then it was like, reason why are you canceling? It's not working. And they went, oh, sorry. So that was okay. But yeah, I ate a lot of American fast food, and I'm going to have to do several walks this week and last week to catch up. I'm going to have to get back on my my diet, I guess. I ate so much junk food. It was awesome. I tried, I had, what's it called? White Castle? The sliders burger thing place. And I thought it was awesome. I liked it. I liked the slider burger place. People were making fun of me for it, but I wanted to try it. The White Castle. And So I tried the White Castle. I was going to try Steak and Shake or Shake Shack. I couldn't decide between the two, but I ended up not, just because I ran out of meals. Ken took me out to a really fancy steak place with a bunch of people. And it was kind of fun seeing a bunch of wargamers kind of ruin. We had a great time, but like we were very loud and we're wargamers, and we're at like a fancy, like business casual dining steakhouse, and we're surrounded by couples on like expensive date nights. And here's us just, having a great time. Coming from a wargaming convention, I was wearing a button-up flannel. I felt like I was the nicest dressed person in our group. It was pretty funny indeed. But again, I had a great time hanging out with people and just learning about people, making more relationships, right? That's what it's about. To me, that's what really makes... Adepticon is the people. A convention is about the people. No, to me, it's not about the events, because I don't do events, right? I like to just go and have fun and meet people and talk to people and have a great time, and sometimes just, hang out at a booth. But, yeah, as I said, that's what it's about to me. So, overall, had a great time there. Didn't do any events. Nope. Bought a few products. It was fun. Just it flies by every year. It flies by so quick every year, and it goes by. It was, but as I said, it was amazing. Hang out with Ken and the Death Designs people. I hung out with them at night too. My cat really wants food, so you're gonna hear my cat bugging me for probably the next 10-15 minutes. That's okay. He realizes I'm down here, and it's not his dinner time yet. It isn't, but he wants it to be his dinner time. For those of you who have cats, you know what I'm talking about. Like I sometimes cat sit for my friend, and his cat doesn't do anything. His cat just chills, and you feed in a food dish, and that's it. Like his cat just refill a food dish once a day. Okay. My cat, if you are 2 minutes late to feed him his wet food, he eats wet food because he has tooth issues, he will kill you. Not really, but still. He will threaten to slice your throat. So, I'm going to do the smoke, just some successive dry brushes with some stone colors. The Stone Triad from Reaper. Go from there. Cool. What else? Overall good time. I saw a bunch of YouTubers, of course. I saw Miranda, Wargamer Girl. Said hi. I saw Mini Wargaming, of course, because they were there at their booth. I'm just going to focus on the more raised surface, of course, why I'm going dry brushing. And I'm focusing away from the deep areas. I love these dry brushes. And the dusty appearance from the dusty results from dry brushing really works in this case. Yeah. I'm just going to paint for a little bit longer. I don't really know how long this video is going to be today. That's okay. And it was an awesome time. It was a really good time. I really look forward to Adepticon each year. I look forward to just hanging out with the people. The Warhammer preview was awesome this year, but mostly AOS stuff. Like they pretty much softly announced AOS 4 edition, which is crazy. It's already going to 4th edition. A bunch of other things. There wasn't tons of 40k that wasn't already foreseen. Obviously, and the stuff got leaked days in advance as well. But the lineup to go into the preview was crazy. More people were lined up to go to the preview than to get their badges, basically. It was nuts. There we go. So I'm just going to mix in some of the highlight, stone highlight, and go from there. aged stone, what's it called. Once again, repeat. I like it. Overall, this is a cool model. I'm almost done my Tyranids. I'm only, after this, I only have left the big boy, which will be my last painting with Jay for this tier. Oh, sorry, for my Tyranids, yeah. For my Tyranids, it'll be my last painting with Jay. Or, I haven't figured that one out yet. Maybe my last painting with Jay. I want to work on a couple Tyranid models that I found during this process. I want to improve them. So I'm just going to use some aged stone, some weathered stone, sorry it's called, and just do that again. Again, repeating this process. Some light dry brushing. There we go. Just get the smoky feel. What was I saying? Yeah, my Tyranids. So there's a couple Tyranid models I really want to work on, but I want to film videos on my improvement of them. Maybe I won't. I don't know. I'll figure that out. So I'm trying to make as many content videos as I can through my painting projects. That way it just creates more content, which is awesome. Cool. Easy smoke. Look at that. Whatever. Look at that. I think this works. Maybe a little white in there. Cool. A little white in there. What else? It's really raised areas. Ooh. Yeah, I picked up some stuff. As I said, I just chilled, walked around the convention hall a lot. I stayed on Atlantic time, as I did last year. I stayed on Atlantic time, so I was literally up in the morning, every morning at like 5 a.m., 5:30 at the latest. So I stayed on Atlantic time, and that way it was like 7:30 in my time, in my head. And that way, when I came back from Chicago, I really wasn't feeling it, which was good. I had to be at the airport that day on Sunday at like 4. I had to leave the airport at 4:45 a.m. Chicago time. It was a 9-hour journey on the way home because just the layover in Montreal on the way back. I flew through. Yes, I flew through Toronto on the way there, and I flew through Montreal on the way back. So I got to chill in the lounges and just, yeah, it was great. As I said, overall, an amazing time. I love it. I love Adepticon. I feel like it's kind of like a way of recharging my battery. I love to go there, see the miniatures, just hang out with people, and it reminds me why I love so much about this hobby, right? Not about winning, not about a specific purpose, just the relationships and the people and the viewers and people telling me that, I love your content, I'm really glad you're back. It really means a lot. It really does. And I know there's some amazing people who are painting along with me right now that say the same things. And for you, I also thank you so much. It really does mean a lot. It does. It means so much that I'm back and just for now and just painting along with you all and enjoying life. I'm not going to talk about it now. I did have a very long talk with a gentleman who just lost his wife, and that puts things in perspective too. Lost his wife to cancer, but I'm not going to go into that stuff too. But yeah, I talked with Miniwargamer Dave and Matt for a bit. It was good catching up with them. Just hang out with people. The people are what makes the convention. It really is. The people that makes the convention. What do I want to do right now? Maybe I'll paint... Yeah, maybe I'll paint the claws. I just don't know what I want to do with these claws right now. That claw, that claw. Yeah, let's paint the claws. And then we'll... I just don't know yet what I want to do with the claws. But as you see, this guy's come along. He's basically done. I'm going to do maybe a drop like orange in the eye. And then I like the way the mouth looks right now. This guy's not really... I'm going to paint the arm. Maybe Dark Angels. Yeah, I'll paint them Dark Angels. But this guy's not really going to see tons of play, to be honest. He's a cool model. But I can't wait. I'm going to try... I want to get a game in with all my new Tyranids shortly. But I'm waiting until I get everything painted. Because I just want to have everything painted. Really, I just want to have it. That's my reward to myself, is that I get to try these out in a game, and it's gonna be exciting. I don't know if there's any tournaments coming up in the near future in my area that I could go to, but I'll bring Tyranids maybe next time. Tyranids are Dark Angels. I don't care that neither of them are the most competitive. I want to have fun. Heck, I'll bring the Lion to a tournament. Yeah, and have a good time. Look at that. So, overall, I'm happy with this guy. I'm going to let the black dry. To be honest, I can't really I can't highlight there for now. I think I might be done for now. I'm done the stone. He's almost done. Maybe I'll quickly paint in the areas for the arm. Okay. And my cat, I don't know if you can hear that, really, really wants this Black Legion. There's my Dark Angels green. Let's get some colors going. Dark Angels green. What's the black? I wasn't preparing to paint the arm because I didn't really realize that I had to paint an arm. So let me grab my Black Templar. Paint the arm. That's it. This model will be done. I'm going to base it over the next couple days. Get the basing done. And then another one done. I'm basically, at this point, all I have left is the big guy. The Norm Emissary. Done. Good. I'll finish there, because that'll have to dry for a bit anyway. So, but in the end, I got some work done. I talked about Adepticon. Overall, loved it. Never a bad time at Adepticon. Great food. I came back with tons of Starburst jelly beans because I'm addicted to them now. My favorite type of jelly bean. Brought to you by Sending J Jelly Beans. Kidding. And in the end, Tyranid's almost done. Psychophage, when C's done, just big guy. And then my Tyranid painting challenge is done for all the guys I set out for. I'll work on a couple more Tyranid models over the next couple weeks after that. Get into the bonus round. And then paint up some Necrons next for my next painting challenge. But as always, thank you for painting along with me. Let's end the video now. So, that concludes another Painting with Jay. As always, huge shout out to everyone in Internet Land for painting along with me and running your world of unpainted models. I hope your models are coming along well as well. As you can see, my Psychophage is almost done. I'm really enjoying him. Got to get him based. And then the next Painting with Jay is just the big guy. Get it all done. One more painting challenge completed. On to the next one after that. Right? Awesome sauce. So, as always, huge thank you for painting along with me. Please like this video. Leave comments about if you've been at Adepticon, if you had a great time. What's your favorite convention? How's your painting challenge coming along? I'm really interested as always. But huge thank you to everyone out there in Internet Land for painting along with me. Stay tuned for more Painting with Jays. Until next time, this is Jay saying happy painting with me.